Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Wonderful to see you. Happy Sunday, and we are going to get to a little bit of Flight Sim. Let's get to it now. Last time we had some VIP flights, so I might do one of those today. We'll see. But yeah, looking forward to doing a bit of Flight Sim. Hope you're all ready. Hi, Beanie. Beanie's running around like a mad thing. Twitchy, hello. Good morning to you. You also almost forgot about the clock change. My body is completely screwed up. Boop. I woke up at 6 o'clock, which was actually 5 o'clock. I've not had much sleep. Oh yeah, do a refresh, Twitchy. I've almost certainly not had the legally required amount of sleep to fly a plane. Although that's probably the case quite a lot, so. Hi, Beanie. What you doing? Hey? All right, let's see what we've got today, shall we? Bing, 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 ding, ding. We have 37,000 passive income, minus 17,000 for insurance. Okay, oh good. I was going to have a quick look at the specializations because I'm one cargo mission away from being able to do medium cargo. We got a special mission. There's one in Hawaii. Oh, I want to investigate those now. Let me have a look at the special missions. Hours 30, 2 hours 30, 3 hours. This is one you could do. There's lots of people going to San Marcos. What's happening in San Marcos? Seven and a half hours. Where is San Marcos? That is a good question. We could do one of these and find out. It's in Texas. You drove from Austin to San Antonio? Oh, nice. Should I do one of these? Should we give it a go? We go from Indianapolis or Charlotte. I might do Indianapolis. Indianapolis is the shortest. I might do that one. Mr. Taylor Macy's plan to attend the upcoming golf tournament. Everyone's going to a golf tournament. It said 2 hours, but this says takeoff time 11:56, landing time 12:51. Maybe there's a time change in there. We'll be landing at San Marcos Regional Airport, but taking off from Indianapolis. It's an Airbus A330, which I don't think I've flown before. This might be fun. But you know what? Our air tour guide will have lots to talk about in America, I hope. Even though we'll probably be high enough up that we won't see anything. Let's give it a go. Oh, my webcam's frozen. Yeah, I'm not very animated, so. Scoffing an orange, nice. Big plane.
Happy to be flying with you today, Captain.
Good morning. So today we're flying for Mr. Mays. Great. He's close to a famous golfer who will actually be competing soon. Let's all make sure this VIP flight is a flawless experience. Okay? Have a nice trip.
Can I actually use this tablet? Oh, nice.
Set to board passengers, Captain. Waiting for your word.
I'm guessing a lot of this doesn't really matter for real.
Indy Ground, Airbus November 17624. Could you please get the passengers on board?
Airbus November 17624. A ramp is on its way.
I don't know what all these buttons do. Altitude selector. Autopilot. AP1, AP2 I'm guessing is autopilot.
Indy Ground, Airbus November 17624. Could you please send a baggage?
We'll figure it out.
Airbus November 17624. Baggage is on the way.
So that's speed, that's heading, altitude.
Captain, all passengers are on
Indy
board.
Ground, Airbus November 17624. Could you please send the catering truck?
Airbus November 17624. The catering truck is on the road.
Indy Ground, Airbus November 17624 IFR to Kilo Hotel, Yankee, India. Ready to copy.
Airbus November 17624 is cleared to Kilo Hotel, Yankee, India Airport via the Indy Tree departure, runway 5 left. Climb via Sid, maintain flight, level tree 60. Departure frequency is 124.905, squawk 7626.
Clear to Kilo Hotel, Yankee, India. Via the Indy Tree departure, runway 5 left. Climb via Sid, maintain flight level tree 60. Departure frequency is 124.905.
There's a lot going on in
Squawk
there.
7626. Airbus November 17624.
Luggage loading operation complete.
This is a pretty big airport, yeah. Indianapolis.
Currently at 50% fuel capacity, Captain.
Maybe we should hear about it.
Indianapolis International Airport Kind is an international airport located 7 miles southwest of downtown Indianapolis in Marion County, Indiana, United States. It is owned and operated by the Indianapolis Airport Authority and has flights to over 51 destinations in the United States, Canada, Europe, and Mexico as of 2012. It was 43rd busiest airport in the US and the busiest in Indiana with 4,178,376 passengers. The airport occupies 17 acres in Wayne and Decatur townships in Marion County. IND is home to the second largest FedEx Express hub in the world. Only the FedEx Super Hub in Memphis, Tennessee, surpasses its cargo traffic, largely because of FedEx's activity. IND consistently ranks among the top 10 busiest US airports in terms of air cargo throughput. Republic Airways is also headquartered at the airport, and Allegiant Air maintains Indianapolis as a focus city. The Indianapolis Air Route Traffic Control Center, one of 22 established FAA area control centers, is located on the airport property's north side.
Okay, that was kind of long.
Ground,
Hi, Beanie.
Airbus November 17624 requesting pushback.
Airbus November 17624. Pushback request.
I didn't fly into it, but because I spawned here, it marked it off as visited, so I figured I would play it manually. Alright. We're going to push
Hello,
back.
Captain. Tobar is set. You are cleared to start engines.
Alright.
Indy Ground, Airbus November 17624 with whiskey, ready to taxi, IFR.
Airbus November 17624. Taxi to and hold short runway 5. Left using taxiway Alpha Alpha 12. Contact tower on 120.9er. When ready,
Taxi to and hold short runway 5. Left using taxiway Alpha Alpha 12, Airbus 624. Ladies and gents, our captain has turned on a fasten seatbelt sign. You know the drill. Please stow your hand luggage underneath the seat in front of you or in an overhead compartment. Make sure your seat back and folding trays are in full upright position. Please fasten your seatbelt. If you're positioned near an emergency exit, read carefully the special instructions card located by your seat. Smoking is banned during this flight, including the lavatories. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you, and we'll do our best to make this a wonderful flight.
mirror image of that. Yeah, it looks like we're going southwest. What is that? Is that a building that's not spawned in properly? Okay, a little bit scary, but I'm hoping I can work out how the autopilot works. Flaps and toes. Well, flaps I have keyed to a button, so I don't actually have to work out where they are. Oh, we actually quick. I do actually have a ground speed indicator here. That's cool. I seem to be getting the warning whenever it hits 25 knots. I think I just have to stay under 30. Slow it right down because we're possibly coming up to the runway. CPT Auto Land. That sounds like a fun button. CPT, I'm guessing, just means for the captain. Of course I have to stop in this tiny box. What was that ding? I think I turned the engines up too high.
Indy Tower, Airbus November 17624 ready for departure. Runway 5 left. IFR to Kilo Hotel, Yankee, India.
Airbus November 17624, altimeter tree 065. Cleared for takeoff runway 5 left.
Alrighty.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 5 left. Airbus November 17624. Good morning, ladies and gents. On behalf of Radiant Airways, we would like to welcome you on board flight RAW 1911 bound for San Marcos. My name is Lauren Gregory, your in-flight service manager. Estimated flight time to San Marcos is 1 hour 47 minutes. To prepare for takeoff, please ensure your seatbelt is fastened tightly. Thank you for your attention.
Alright, I'm sure Indianapolis has a very long runway, but I didn't look it up. We're going to make sure we give ourselves lots of it to take off from. Okay. Are we all set? We got takeoff flaps. I think. Flaps. I can't zoom in to see the. Yeah. Oops. No, don't do that. Okay, there we go. Trim is set, flaps are set. Let's get ourselves lined up straight. And let's go!
Airbus
Captain,
624
on
contact
our flight
Indianapolis
speed.
departure.
We're way too
on
fast,
124.95.
obviously.
Good day.
Going to
Flaps are down.
124.905. Airbus 624.
Captain, we should
Indianapolis
slow down
departure.
below 250
Airbus November
knots until we have passed 10,000.
17624 is passing 2,300 climbing, flight level tree 60.
I don't know what these gates are trying to get me to do, but
Airbus November 17624, Indianapolis departure, altimeter 3065, radar contact continue.
keep going too fast.
The Children's Museum of Indianapolis is the
Oh, hello.
world's largest children's museum. It is located at 3000 North Meridian Street, Indianapolis, Indiana, in the United Northwest area neighborhood of the city. The museum is accredited by the American Alliance of Museums. It is 14 for 72 that it's 19 square feet with 5 floors of exhibit halls and receives more than 1 million visitors annually. Its collection of over 130,000 artifacts and exhibit items is divided into 2 domains: arts and humanities, and the natural sciences. Among the exhibits are simulated Cretaceous and Jurassic dinosaur habitats, a carousel, a steam locomotive, and the glass sculpture fireworks of glass tower and ceiling. The museum's focus is family learning. Most exhibits are designed to be interactive, allowing children and families to actively participate. Founded in 1995 by Mary Stuart Carey with the help of Indianapolis civic leaders and organizations, it is the 4th oldest such institution.
What is that noise?
The current site became home for the museum in 1946. The current building was constructed in 1976 and has had 4 major expansions since then. The museum hosts thousands of activities annually, including plays at the Lilly Theatre, classes and workshops for school children, travelling exhibits, and fundraising events. With a 2-third budget of $28.7 million, it has 400 employees and 500 volunteers. Its financial stability is ensured by a large endowment that was first established in the 1960s and is governed by a board of trustees. In May 2021, the museum announced Jennifer Pace Robinson, a 29-year veteran of the museum, as its new president and CEO.
How do I work out what this noise is? Okay. I turned autopilot on and it shut up. We want 36,000 feet. I'm kind of trusting what the autopilot is doing here. What a view of the city we have. Put auto throttle on. That was auto throttle again. AP air bar, there we go. What are we doing? Hello? How do I know what setting I have it on?
Lucas Oil Stadium is a multi-purpose stadium in downtown Indianapolis, Indiana, United States. It replaced the RCA Dome as the home field of the NFL's Indianapolis Colts and opened on August 16, 2008. The stadium was constructed to allow the removal of the RCA Dome and expansion of the Indiana Convention Center on its site. The stadium is on the south side of South Street, a block south of the former site of the RCA Dome. In 2006, prior to the stadium's construction, Lucas Oil Products secured the naming rights for the stadium at a cost of $122 million over 20 years. The venue also serves as the current home for the United Soccer League's Indy 11, as well as the home of the Drum Corps International Championships since 2009. The architectural firm HKS Inc. was responsible for the stadium's design, with Walter Beamore working as the structural engineer of record. The stadium features a retractable roof and a large retractable window on one end, thus allowing the Colts and the 11 to play both indoors and outdoors.
How do I get it to
The
follow
field
the flight
surface
plan?
was originally field turf, but was replaced in 2018 with Shaw Sports Momentum Pro. The exterior of the new stadium is faced with a reddish-brown brick trimmed with Indiana limestone, similar to several other sports venues in the area, including Bankers Life Fieldhouse, Hinkle Fieldhouse, and the Fairgrounds Coliseum.
Airbus 624 contact Indianapolis Center on 120.65. Good day.
Going to 120.65. Airbus 624. Indianapolis Center, Airbus November 17624 is at flight level 200, climbing flight level tree 60. Airbus November 17624, Indianapolis Center, radar contact, continue.
I'm sure this is fine. AP2 would be co-pilot, yeah. Log. Isn't FD flight director? Doesn't that normally follow the plan? Okay. Well, we're going in the right direction now, at least. I can see the waypoint.
119.55 for Airbus 624. Indianapolis Center, Airbus November 17624 is at flight level 255, climbing flight level tree 60.
Airbus November 17624, Indianapolis Center, radar contact, continue.
Yeah. It's crazy how much distance you cover at 320 knots. Seems like switch. Maybe I should do this. Talking about buttons I haven't seen yet. is recommending videos, which I don't really want to watch right now. Yeah, it did look like the route was fairly straight. Hang on, I can give you the flight plan if you want to type it in. All these headings are between 220 and 230, so I think we should be okay with all of this straight, yeah. Why is my TAS here 455 knots? Is that not way too fast? Well, it's worked out pretty good.
Airbus 624 contact Indianapolis Center on 124.775. Good day.
.775, Airbus 624.
We're about to fly over Bloomington, Indiana.
Indianapolis Center, Airbus November 17624 is passing flight level tree 0 climbing, flight level tree 60.
Airbus November 17624, Indianapolis Center. Radar contact continue.
So I don't know if something weird has happened, but I don't appear to have a flight plan between the airport and Ples. Nudge that a few degrees. So there's like this manual bit in the flight plan. Which I guess is fine. So I think that's why the autopilot is not quite working as I expect at the moment. We'll see what it does when we get to Ples. None of this tells me anything. No. I can wind the window down, should I? So while we're flying along, let's have a quick look at San Marcos Regional Airport. Runway is 5,200 to 6,300 feet. Which one am I going to? It's got me at runway 13, which is the middle one. 5,600.
Airbus 624 contact Indianapolis Center on 128 decimal tree. Good day.
128 decimal tree.
You get passed around the
Airbus
frequencies a lot
624.
in America.
Indianapolis Center, Airbus November 17624, flight level tree 60.
I guess Indianapolis Center covers quite a big area.
Airbus November 17624, Indianapolis Center. Radar contact continues.
Look up if there's an actual golf tournament in Texas. The Houston Open is on. Maybe it's that. Houston is miles away from San Marcos, though. I don't know why you'd fly into San Marcos. If this is the golf tournament they're going to, they've got a 160-mile drive afterwards. The tournament's in Houston, and we're flying to San Marcos, which is in between San Antonio and Austin, if you find that on the map. Did drive to Dallas from Austin, which is further. Yeah, Dallas is further north of it. That's pretty cool. State University in St. Marcos. Oh, I meant to tell the passengers we'd be at cruise. Oops.
Good morning to all passengers from the flight deck. This is your captain speaking. First, I'd like to welcome everyone on behalf of Radiant Airways on this flight, RAW 1911 to San Marcos. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 35,500 feet and at an airspeed of 300 knots. It's 11:40. We are expecting to land in San Marcos approximately at 13:46 local time, with a ground temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. Flight crew will be coming around soon to offer you a light snack and beverage, and the in-flight movie will begin shortly afterward. I'll probably talk to you again before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Okay. We're looking good. We're looking good, I think. Autopilot's doing its thing. It does seem slow, but I'm looking at there's like red markers here if I go any faster. But also I'm not really set the speed, I'm pretty sure it's on autopilot. Flaps are up, yeah. Hang on, let me check. Yeah, flaps are on 0. The engines are on 104%. I think it's also set the trim. That's what it says. I think this is telling me Plas is now at 256. Possibly. Is this ground speed here? 441? We're also... Are we flying in? We're flying into the winds. We can adjust towards it, yeah. I've 259. Boop. Is this green line showing where I'm going because of the wind? And therefore, do I want this green line to line up with where Pless is, not necessarily my heading? Like that. So it's saying 261 to Pless now, but we're now going at 268. We'll see if we intercept. What does Loverclub mean? Ground spoilers aren't? Could that be something? Who knows how I changed that, but... engine condition meters, no, bad. Okay. I put them in CLB.
Contact Kansas City Center on 125.3. Good day.
I've turned the seatbelt sign
for
on.
Airbus 624. Kansas City Center, Airbus November 17624. Flight level tree 60. Airbus November 17624, Kansas City Center. Radar contact. Continue to Pless.
It'll be fine. I doubt it does anything with the game. Okay, now I'm hoping when we hit Pless, we have a turn to the left set, hopefully, according to this. Because we've come at this at a very strange angle because of what I did at the start. Okay, the game has decided we've hit plus already. And now I can't see where it is. I'm going to adjust to the left slightly. So we're pointing straight at it on the map. Hey look! The flight gates are back. We must be going in the right direction. We've hooked back up with where we should be going at last. Yeah, we should be out of the back a little bit. This still says we're heading towards Plas. I'm hoping when it hits Plas in 17 miles... The game has decided we've hit it way too early. The plane is still heading towards it. It's a good day. Oh, a green dotted line has appeared. I wonder if that's what we're meant to be following. It goes right through Plas, look. Plas has appeared on the radar. I think the wind and the bit where we were going in the wrong direction at the start meant we were way off it, yeah, but... Do I have to hit Plas exactly, I wonder, and then the autopilot will pick us up from there? Won't be that exact, but at least we're going to intercept the line. Let's make sure we pass pretty close to it at least. The nav mode will correct all these. Okay. Is this like that thing I had in the Cessna where the autopilot didn't do anything until I intercepted the path it should be going on, and then it picked it up and followed it from there? No. This is still saying I should be going to Plas. Next waypoint? Return. Plas. Well, let's turn this, or at least heading in roughly the right direction, shall we? Dest default below mid. My flight plan screen looks different now. Oh, Align IRS. What does that mean? I don't know.
The Little Grand Canyon is a box canyon located in Shawnee National Forest in Jackson County, Illinois, United States. South of Murfreesboro, it is located on the east bank of the Big Muddy River across from Turkey Bayou to the west, between Swallow Rock to the north and Chalk Bluff to the south. Access to the park is gained from Hickory Ridge Road to the east. The area was designated a National Natural Landmark in February 1980. Erosion carved this deep box canyon from the sandstone of the Shawnee Hills, and it opens into the floodplain of the Mississippi River near Turkey Bayou. The canyon contains several seasonal and a few permanent waterfalls, some descending through dramatic cascades of sculpted sandstone. The 3.6-mile trail is marked by white diamond blazes and begins in the upland hardwood
It's
forest.
behind us already.
The trail then descends to a steep and sometimes slippery sandstone side canyon into the lusher, damper habitat of the canyon floor.
It's the Little Grand Canyon in Illinois. Okay, so I don't know what I've done, but I've made this yellow line appear. Did I add an offset? I probably did click offset.
Airbus 62, 4 contact Memphis Center on 1.65. Good day.
But it was an offset
One
to our
tree,
next
decimal
waypoint,
65,
right?
Airbus 624.
I think
Memphis Center, Airbus November 17624.
if I just adjust the heading knobs, we stay roughly on this green dotted line. We might be good. Right? Maybe? See the flight director visible as a horizontal visible. Flight director. Both flight directors are horizontal. Autocrossed. Let them design. Hang on. Let's see. Ah! Wait. I think it's this button. I put it into track mode instead of heading. Yeah, I don't know what HDVS is, but Maybe that's fixed it, I don't know. Oh, it's meal
Your
time,
attention,
meal
please.
service.
We will now start serving your gourmet meal. Please make sure your tray table is in the upright position. Enjoy.
Musso's are next waypoints. Okay, so I might have screwed up the flight director a little bit.
Sure, Mr. May. What would you like? We have water, soda, and hot lemonade. I'll take it for you.
HDVS might be heading to vertical speed. Ah, you might be right.
Sure, I'll bring you that right over.
Heading vertical speed, traffic. Ah, okay. So maybe that's not doing what I expect.
Here you are, sir. Thank you so much.
I don't know. What does this button do? Metric. Okay. Superimposed, see the flight director visible as a horizontal line. Okay. So you can happen if I do that. No. This is going to be 224 to get to Musso.
Airbus 624, contact Memphis Center on 120.075. Good day.
120.075.
I mean, I think we're doing alright. We're going in the right direction, right?
Memphis Center, Airbus November 17624, flight level tree 60.
Air traffic control is not yelling at me.
Airbus November 17624, Memphis Center, radar contact, continue to Musso.
Continue to do so. There we go. Altitude heading. No data. It's the landing bit that's going to be scary, but that's to come later. I wonder if it is this. Hang on. Hang on. Oh no, that's the screen. Okay. Okay, so I'm a little bit confused still, but we're heading in the right direction. I don't really know if what I'm doing is working. Having the throttle in the CL position is critical to auto throttle apparently. You can't see missile on the chart, but Skyrack just put it down so it comes about. Cool. When we're going after Muso, we have Island Ovals Udic Pomho Habit. Okay, apparently select a waypoint. Push prog. No, I don't think that's right. So you see, where my heading was, I pushed the... Right, that's not right. Where it has the dot, that means it's being managed. Oh, the name has switched to the next one already. Okay. I don't know why it's managing 2, but it has moved. It is moving me to the right slightly, I think. Maybe that's the wind. I don't know. Manage will start your descent at the right time too? Okay. We'll see if that works. I do have an approach mode here, I think. But yeah, the altitude has the dot on it to say it's managed, so hopefully it will. A bit off to the left of you, so 105 miles out, okay. At Havet we have... Havet is 94 miles to the start of the approach procedure, but the approach procedure seems to be 100 miles on its own. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. First off, seems concentrated. I'll be back in a sec.
Airbus 624 contact Memphis Center on 126.85. Good day. Airbus 624, did you copy? Airbus 624, acknowledge last transmission. Airbus 624, did you copy?
Going to 126.85. Airbus 624. Memphis Center, Airbus November 17624. Flight level tree 60.
Airbus November 17624, Memphis Center. Radar contact, continue to island.
Hi, I'm back. Let me fix my webcam. Alright. I am a little worried. Drifting away from Ireland a little bit. Yeah, I came in and pressed the button on my controller for the handover. Are we drifting away from Ireland? I might try and just manually get us back on path. This post seems to say you click the heading knob to managed as you intercept the GPS lines, which I haven't done in a while because we're just flying slightly to the left of them. So I'm going to try and get us back in line before we get to the islands. Oh, that's interesting. There are quite a lot of waypoints around Little Rock. Yeah, the only thing that's annoying me at the moment is that this still says Plus up here, which is slightly concerning me, but if I go here and click Islands, that's directed to... How do I go down here? I had to go up.
Airbus 624. Memphis Center, Airbus November 17624, flight level tree 60.
Airbus November 17624, Memphis Center. Radar contact. Continue to ovals.
Okay, I think this is going to work. I'm just going to adjust it to the right a little bit more. So I think I've made this yellow line point to islands. The solid green line is where we're heading right now. The dotted green line is the expected path, flight plan. Hopefully, if I keep going like this, the island waypoint will appear and then everything will suddenly meet up. I'll click a button and we'll all be good. Maybe, we'll see. I don't know. I'm scared. The lines are converging though. Here we go. We're heading straight for islands. I'm going to click this so it's ready. intercept the gates. If we're lucky, it'll turn us back on track. Who knows if I've done this correctly, but... It has not worked. Okay, we'll just turn it using the heading knob. But I will select ovals in here, and that should then give me a new yellow line. There we go.
Airbus 62 for contact Memphis Center on 127.825. Good day.
127.825 for Airbus 624. Memphis Center, Airbus November 17624, flight level tree 60. Airbus November 17624, Memphis Center, radar contact, continue to ovals.
Turning right now? No. Okay, I think this is fine. This is fine. We've got a very short waypoint to ovals. After ovals we have Kudak, which is quite far away. How are we doing for time? Do we know how long I have left? Okay. I was hoping to finish by 2 o'clock. I think we might run a little bit over. Commander, hello! We have very little crew. Yeah. We're on a flight from Indianapolis to San Marcos in Texas. I'm flying a big scary plane. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're going in the right direction. Yeah, everything's gonna go great except the getting back on the ground a bit. Yeah, I don't think I can promise that. Okay. I am thinking I might have to do the approach procedure manually, because God knows how the autopilot is going to work with that. I know with an ILS approach, I did get the Cessna once to descend manually. Yeah, I don't really know what to do at this point. Portuguese workbench expected some kinds of road racing things. Oh, nice. Apparently Carver's nosing the arm code, that would be me.
Airbus 624, contact forward center on 12 tree decimal.
Oh, we're getting close to Fort Worth.
Good day. 12 tree decimal 925, Airbus 624. Fort Worth Center, Airbus November 17624, flight level tree 60. Airbus November 17624, Fort Worth Center, radar contact, continue to QDAC.
Continue to keep it. Okay. Airbus A330 minimum runway length. Landing field length requires around 5,740 feet. Which is 140 feet more than what I planned. I wonder if I can ask for a different runway. Takeoff and landing, okay. Some people are saying it can be shorter. It could be 3,300, I think I have, right? 1,750 meters, yeah, okay. We'll see how it goes. It says ILS 13, yes. Well, that's just what it's given me in the flight plan. Probably change it, but I don't want to screw up the approach setting. Yeah. 005 was takeoff, I think. That might be why you saw that. I think that was the one we took off from. Okay, we're heading to Pomho. Let's see how long we're in line with these gates for. But actually, we're still heading to the GUDEC at the moment. We haven't hit GUDEC yet, despite what the game says. About to hit GUDEC now. Shirley. I'm going to click Pomho on here just in case that does something. It does not appear to do anything. don't know if managed is really doing what I want it to. I had lost the dotted green line I had earlier though. Might be under the solid one. Yeah, I have two solid ones now though. I'm sure I only had one solid green line. It's fine. Okay, so we're still going roughly in the right direction. These are not in the right setting again. Maybe with the wind, this is the right track, I don't know. I see why pilots get type ratings. This is quite different to the Boeing, as far as I remember. How's our flight map doing? Am I avoiding all the waypoints again? Oh, we've just gone over Texarkana.
Airbus 624 contact Fort Worth Center on 132.85. Good day.
132.85. Airbus 624.
Oh, I'm frozen.
Fort Worth Center, Airbus November
7624.
Flight level tree center 6.
Radar contact. Continue to Palm Home.
That was confusing. Continue to follow though. That was the important bit. I think we are actually kind of tracking in the right direction maybe to get to Pomho. I wonder if this is taking account of the wind, and the gates probably are. After Pomho we head to Habit, and then CWK is the start of the approach. I don't know what that approach procedure is. Oh, that's the go-around leg? Okay, that makes sense. So this is recommending either runway 8 or 35. I think we would want 8. Oh, yeah, 8 is the long one, 35 is short. It's still only 6,300 feet. There's not much room for margin there, but we have approach charts. We do not. No charts.
Airbus 62.
Oh, wait, we
contact
have
Forward
FAA
Center
charts.
on One Tree 5.1. Good day. One Tree 5.1. Airbus 624. Fort Worth Center. Airbus November 17624.
ILS
Flight
runway
level
13.
tree
Let's see if I can make sense of these.
Airbus November 17624. Fort Worth Center. Radar
So we arrive at
contact.
CWK. How do we shape up for the runway? Is it just like a 90-degree turn here, or? Missed approach, climb to 2000, then climbing left turn to 3200, direct Gary's Longport. Oh. The line approaching the ILS code. To the right of that. This one. Oh, okay. There's the box later. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie, don't really understand charts. I don't really have an arrival procedure, do I? It's just the approach. We come in at CWK and then it's, hey, here's the runway. We need to get into that cone. Okay, what's my flight plan saying? This seems to want me to hit Gary's. Yeah, and do a turn here. Okay. Okay, I didn't zoom in enough to see the turn there. So we hit Gary's, we turn to the right, and then do a turn at IF-13. The gates will probably show me here.
Airbus 624 contact Forward Center.
Oh, we're heading to have it now.
5.25. Good day. Going to One Tree 5.25. Airbus 624. Fort Worth Center. Airbus November 17624. Flight level tree 60.
Airbus November 17624, Fort Worth Center. Radar contact. Continue to have it.
Want to be either 3,200 or 2,000 teardrop. Okay. The runway elevation is about 600. There's an elevation profile on the bottom left. Aha. Does it say what I need to be as we enter though? No. Oh, 3,700? Okay. Still got quite a long way to go. I think we might want to start descending about 30 miles before Hadet. Maybe not that much, but this plan is telling me to get to 8200 before CWK. Possibly we should be descending now. Yeah, how do I have to advise?
Fort Worth Center, Airbus 624. Request flight level 260.
I guess they hate me. Okay, the autothrottle is doing its thing
Airbus
to keep our
624,
speed.
you are 300 below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain flight level tree 60.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 60. Airbus 624.
I'll follow him now, because... wait, why are we... Nope, that's bad.
Airbus 624, please expedite your climb flight level tree 60.
We'll probably get there in air traffic control view when we descend to 4,000 feet.
Airbus 624, contact Fort Worth Center on 1 tree decimal tree. Good day.
1 tree decimal tree for Airbus 624.
Les! Les, thanks so much for the raid. Hello, hello, hello.
17624, Fort Worth Center, radar contact. Continue to have it.
How are you doing, Les? Hope you had a good stream. What were you streaming today? Oh, you finally fixed it? That's good. Genshin Impact, nice. Hope you had a good stream. We're doing some flight sim. I'm flying a big old plane to Texas. Ah. So here's a question. Why are the gates taking me well away from this waypoint? The engine is very loud, yeah. Maybe I should turn it down a little bit. Yeah, let me turn it down a sec. How do I do aircraft engines? There we go. Oh, that's still quite loud. I don't know if that actually made a difference. It is quite immersive, yeah. I don't know what setting I'm going to change. None of them seem to be doing anything. I'll pull my mic over here and shout a bit.
Airbus 624, descend and maintain flight level 260.
Oh, there we go.
Descend and maintain flight level 260. Airbus 624.
Why are you still going up though? Oops. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Where are we heading now? CWK. We're on a 225. It's almost midnight, you have toothache? No problem, Liz. I hope,
Airbus 624, please expedite your descent flight level 260.
God, how fast do you want me to descend? Hope your tooth feels better. Yeah, no worries. Get some good sleep. Thanks for stopping by. Miss you too. Hope you have a good night. Okay, let's descend a bit quicker then.
Airbus 624, please expedite your descent flight level 260.
It's like they just want me to drop 10,000 feet immediately. Okay, I think we're doing alright.
Airbus 624, contact Houston Center on 120.4. Good day.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Going to 120.4. Airbus 624. Houston Center, Airbus November 17624 is passing flight level tree 25, descending flight level 260. Airbus November 17624, Houston Center, radar contact, continue to Charlie Whiskey Kilo.
Charlie Whiskey Kilo. This is saying I should be on at 225, but that feels wrong. Boom. Okay, so let me bring up that chart again. So our turn isn't until we hit Gary's. We turn to the right. And then we do a teardrop at IF-13. We have another 30 miles after we hit CWK before we get to Gary's. I feel like this marker here is in the wrong place. Why does it not line up with the gates? Also, I have 2 sets of gates. I'm very confused. I'm also very hungry. I did not have lunch before the stream.
Airbus 62, 4 contact Houston Center on 125.65. Good day.
Should I have put the seatbelt sign back on?
125.65 for Airbus 624. Houston Center, Airbus November 17624 is at flight level 290, descending flight level 260. Airbus November 17624, Houston Center, radar contact, continue to Charlie Whiskey Kilo.
I think this just all ends with us crashing off the end of the runway anyway, so... Well, I'm hoping with like auto brakes and everything, we might be okay.
Airbus 624, maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway. 1 tree approach via Charlie Whiskey Kilo transition. Clear to Charlie Whiskey Kilo. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway. 1 tree approach via
Okay,
Charlie
the
Whiskey
gates have
Kilo
disappeared.
transition.
That's not
Clear
scary
to
at
Charlie
all.
Whiskey Kilo. Airbus 624. Airbus 624, climb and maintain flight level tree 60.
I'm definitely not doing that.
Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain flight level tree 60. Airbus 624.
Okay, here we go. It's figuring it out.
Airbus 624. We'll be landing shortly. Please make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you. Maintain present altitude. Airbus 624.
Okay, we're now flying to Gary's. Right, I think me getting the approach screwed it up a little bit. What happens if I click AP approach? Does that do anything? No. Maybe? Why is it descending us so quick? I set it to 1,000 and it's going at 3,000 feet per minute. Watch the speeds. Auto throttle is on, so it's pulled the engines back to 40%, so I think that's working. I need to adjust the heading to get us over a little bit, I think. What height am I meant to be at Gary's? 3,700 apparently. I don't know if that's right. I don't think we're going to get there, but... Does the throttle have a reverse option? It looks like it does. There's an R on it.
The Mount provides a vista for viewing the city of Austin, Lake Austin, and
Always
the
making
surrounding
sure.
hills. It was designated a recorded Texas Historic Landmark in 1969, bearing marker number 6473, and was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 2015. Rising 75 feet above sea level, this limestone height was named for George W. Bonnell, who came to Texas with others to fight for Texas independence
Hello,
in
Party Duck Finder.
1886, was Commissioner of Indian Affairs in Republic of Texas under President Sam Houston, moved in 1889 to Austin. There published the Texas Sentinel in 1840. Member Texas Santa Fe Expedition in 1842 was captured but released in time to join Mayor Expedition in 1842. Was killed in camp on River Grand Deck. 26 in 1842. Frontiersman WAA Bigfoot, who was killed an Indian. He met face to face while crossing a narrow ledge 50 feet above river in 1889. He also took refuge in a Mount Bonnell cave to recover from floods, but was missing so long his feet utterlobed. In the middle of the 18th, Mormons built a mill at the river at foot of Mount. Mill was destroyed by flood and the Mormons moved on west.
Why are they so long? There we go. I've got I think... That's bad. It's a speed, we need to pull up. Okay. I think we're good. I'm going to let autopilot fix whatever that was. We need to get back onto the ILS path, hopefully. Oh, it has a football one. God, I wish I knew that earlier. Okay, I might have screwed up there, but I think the first warning came on because the speed was too high. Let's get these back into position. We do need to lose more height, yeah. Let me get altitude back on. We've gone way off path now because the autopilot switched off for too long. We made it to CWK, right? We want to head to Gary's. Wait, are we below flight level 100? No. Or did we hit Gary's? We haven't hit Gary's yet, right? This tells me I want to go at 223. Why are we not descending anymore? I don't know what's going on. Okay, there we go. We're descending again. Let's not descend so quickly. Let's get the heading. I don't know, I think we want to be at like 330 now. Speed we want to reduce to 250. It's going down very slowly, probably because we're still descending. We still need to pull way over to the right, so... Okay, right. I don't know if what I'm doing is correct, but... we'll try and hit IF-13 here. Yeah, I think we probably are going to have to circle at some points. Probably want to bring the speed down even more, right? We'll go to 200 for now. No idea, Twitchy. We'll figure that out. And by figure it out, I mean probably won't. Okay, so after Gary's, we're gonna start turning pretty soon. How are we doing for altitude? We're down to 9,000 feet. Still descending. Taking it nice and slow. The plane is starting to turn on its own. Which is interesting. Slightly concerned that it's gone the wrong way. Hello, Fish. Okay, so the plane, I think, is lining us up with the runway already. Which I don't want it to do. So I'm going to get us to circle.
Harris Hill Raceway is a paved road racing track in Central Texas used for both auto and motorcycle racing. Opened in 2008, the 11-turn track is 1.82 mile long and 36 FT wide. Designed to feel like a drive through the Texas Hill Country, it features positive and negative camber turns, a sweeper, increasing and decreasing radius turns, and 2 blind corners, turn 4. Named for the patron saint of impossible tasks, Santa Rita has an 80 FD change in elevation up and down. The overall track elevation changes 70 FD. The circuit is run clockwise or counterclockwise directions. The longest straight is 1962 FD, built upon the clay soil of the Blackland Prairies. Harris Hill has bumps that add to its character. In summer 2020, the track repaved the rough surface and brought the back section between turns 6 and 7 inward to allow construction of FM and 10. The property also contains a clubhouse with amenities, a garage with a mechanic, a banked dirt oval track, and a rally course just inside the paved track. The track includes a sports car club and a motorcycle club that each hold regular hours for members. Harris Hill also hosts H2R Challenge, Longhorn Racing Academy, Track Night in America, Champ Car Endurance Series, and press events.
Okay, how you doing, Fish? I decided to do a special flight today. We're doing a VIP flight. We took off from Indianapolis. We are landing in San Marcos, Texas. I'm really hoping the clouds clear up because I'm kind of scared. Other than that, everything's going great. The ILS will burn me down. I hope so. I am a little bit concerned because it started lining me up with the runway way too early. It kind of missed the whole teardrop bit. Hopefully I haven't broken it by taking over. Man, who knows what score we're going to get on this flight though. Also, I am really quite hungry. And it's way past my lunchtime. Ah, here we go. I can see the ground again. That's good. The LS button next to FD is landing system. Okay. That is good to know. Thank you, Twitchy. The plane may be adjusting itself. Or is it just windy? The other issue we have is that the runway is possibly too short. But, you know, I'm sure it'll be fine. We're going to keep dropping down to about 2,000 feet and then I'll start to turn. Aim at the ILS, press LS, then approach. Okay, cool. Thank you, Twitchy. I've already got approach on though. Should I switch them?
500.
Okay. Let's switch approach off then. going to start turning when I get the 2000 warning, I think. Use approach when we're roughly on the ILS. Okay. Will ILS include this teardrop? I guess it will, right? Oh, I see. Okay. So it'll be... Right, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That was why it started turning towards the runway. Oh, I see. Okay. That was why we started turning to the runway before I expected it. Okay. We must have intercepted it. Okay, so I'm going to try and get us lined up with the runway. We want runway 13, right? So let's go to 130. Okay, disengage autopilot at 1,000 feet and land manually. Okay. Right LS just turns ILS display on. Okay. So shall I click that? Might have judged this turn very nicely. Oh, we're a little bit off. Let's adjust to the right a little bit. Okay, I'm going to press that because we're almost in line. We have to have both APs on when approaching. Okay. Like AP1 and AP2. Wait, I think it's taken over now. I think we've got it. It's not doing anything with the speed though. Manage speed, there we go, okay. That's firing up the engines, don't do that, that seems bad. Okay, it's powering them down now. Okay, right. It's taken over on the altitude, it's sending us to 1,000 feet. My only concern is the speed, but maybe I need to put flaps down? We are still quite a way out, I guess. Are we below the glide slope? We are below the glide slope, yeah, because of the way the gates are going. It's true. Okay, I'm going to trust it. We'll see. We'll see. Okay.
Captain, monitor our flight speed. We're way too fast, obviously.
Press wrong button. We're cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 13, Airbus 624.
The button to extend the gears is not working. Okay, I'm just going to take over on throttle. Okay, do I switch autopilot off? Yeah, I'm gonna go around. Look how short that runway looks though. I don't know what to do about this beeping. I've got auto throttle on, maybe that's why. No, this is a VIP mission. Oh, it wants me to move the throttle levers up. Okay. Okay, turning autopilot just fixes stuff apparently. I want to turn to the left. I've also gone way up in the air. Oh, I've not turned auto for a while, that's why. Okay. Wait, that heading is wrong. We want back to 40, I think. No. Is that right? No, that is right, yeah. We need to keep going this way. Yeah, the autopilot doesn't... No, it's not the autopilot. The co-pilot doesn't really do anything. Okay, where are we? We're at 7,000 feet. Why are we at 7,000 feet? What's going on here? I've not turned on the altitude control. The altitude control is not turning on. Altitude. What am I doing wrong? Speed is low. Autothrottle's taking care of that. Why are we still going up? Hello? What am I doing wrong here? Okay, let's turn that on. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Okay, there we go. There we go. Right. I needed to turn flight director back on. I think maybe I was still on manual. Oh my god, I'm going way over time. Okay. That's fine. We got this. We got this. This one is going to be the one. I didn't turn autopilot off quickly enough, and it just didn't reduce the speed. That was the problem there. I need to turn autopilot off a bit earlier and just take control of it myself, I think. Let's turn you up a little bit. We don't need to be going this slowly right now. Can we speed up the descent a little bit, or is it just... taking its sweet time.
Lady Bird Lake formerly, and still colloquially referred to as Town Lake, is a river-like reservoir on the Colorado River in Austin, Texas, United States. The city of Austin created the reservoir in 1960 as a cooling pond for a new city power plant. The lake, which has a surface area of 416 acres, is now used primarily for recreation and flood control. The reservoir is named in honor of former First Lady of the United States, Lady Bird Johnson. Lady Bird Lake is the easternmost lake of a chain of reservoirs on the river, which is completely located in Texas, and should not be confused with the larger Colorado River located in the southwestern United States. This chain, known locally as the Texas Highland Lakes, also includes Lake Buchanan, Inks Lake, Lake LBJ, Lake Marble Falls, Lake Travis,
Marble?
and Lake Austin.
Okay, are we actually descending now? Okay, I've kind of gone way back out to the start of the approach procedure rather than IF-13, which I didn't mean to, but it should mean we can find it again pretty easily. We're just descending really slowly and I don't know why. I wonder if I need to do that. If I turn on altitude, it stops descending. Okay, there we go. Now it's doing that. Okay, we're going to take it nice and slowly. where is my next waypoint? Probably coming up to Gary's next, I think. Is it Gary's is next? We turn right when we hit Gary's. Then we start turning at IF-13. I have seen those somewhere, yes. Auto brake is here. Anti-skid is already on. Alright, let's just take things nice and slowly here. Where am I on the map? Okay, yeah, we're heading in the right direction. Cool. I'm just giving it lots of time to descend at the moment. I'm already at 170 knots, so I'm going to try and keep it at that. I'm only 1,000 feet off target. Don't do any steep turns at 117, okay. Let's go up a bit then. Because I am going to have to do a steep turn, aren't I? I'm going to have to do 2 steep turns. Yeah.
$2,500.
It is. It's a bit crazy, isn't it? Alright, so we are coming up to our kind of turning point here. So I'm going to start turning it over to 310 now. The auto throttle is taking over a little bit here. And keeping the speed up, which is good. Okay, so we'll fly out this way a little bit, and then we'll do the teardrop. get it pointed at 310. We're keeping altitude, we're keeping speed. And then I'll start to turn as these gates start to turn, I think. Once we're roughly lined up, then I'll start reducing the speed again. Okay, let's start turning now. It might be a little bit early, but I think on the autopilot it will do it a little bit quicker. Come a long way around.
Jacob's Well is a perennial karstic spring in the Texas Hill Country flowing from the bed of Cypress Creek, located northwest of Wimberley, Texas. Description: spring is located on the property of Jacob's Well Natural Area, managed by the Hays County Parks Department. The visitor entrance for JWNA is located at the Interclean 99 Ent Sharp Road in Wimberley, Texas. The 12-foot diameter mouth of the spring serves as a popular local swimming spot. From the opening in the creek bed, Jacob's Well Cave descends vertically for about 30 feet, then continues downward at an angle through a series of silted chambers separated by narrow restrictions, finally reaching an average depth of 120 feet. Until the modern era, the Trinity Aquifer fed natural artesian spring gushed water from the mouth of the cave, with a measured flow in 1924 of 170 US gallons per second, discharging 6 feet into the air.
And hopefully we're going to hit the ILS at about IF13. I'm going to reduce the speed to 170. Oh yeah, AP2 on. Start turning just in case I've done something wrong. Flaps 1. Okay, it's getting me in line with the glide slope, with the ILS rather. I'm going to disconnect auto throttle. It's speeding me up again. fine. I think we're just going to have to put up with the beeping for a bit. Okay, I'm gonna circle. We are way too quick. How do I shut up this beeping? Autopilot AP off. It's warning me because the autopilot's off. There we go. There must be a way to turn it off, but I don't know what it is. Okay, I've gone a little too high now. But... I never pressed the auto land button. Maybe I should try that. I'm really sorry about the beeping, I don't know what to do. But I need to do this bit manually, I think. Oh yeah, speed is getting a little low there. Okay. Landing gear down. Flaps to full. Landing gear is down. Still a little bit too fast. Let's pull up a little bit. I'm scared.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Woo! I wish this would shut up now. What kind of fucking hairpin turn is this? Uh-oh, no, what are you doing?
All passengers, welcome to San Marcos RGNL. Local time.
I've lost control.
For your safety, the captain has requested that you remain
Help me,
seated
chap.
with your seatbelt fastened until we come to a complete stop, and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Please make sure you take all your belongings
Okay.
with you when you get off. On
Everything's
behalf
fine.
of the entire company, we would like to thank you for choosing Radiant Airways. We look forward to seeing you again and wish you a pleasant.
No, what do you mean?
Captain, Mr. Mays is feeling sick. It may be the bumpy flight. Can we do something?
Oh well, at least we landed. The wings were in the trees, yeah. Oh, and parking brakes were on. It's happened again, it's happened again, it's happened again. I turned the engines up too high. Okay. Everything's fine, everything's fine. God, I need to learn how to fly this plane. Alright, chat. We did it. That's the important thing. Actually, no, we didn't do it because I crashed into a tree. But, you know, I think that's okay. I don't think it'll penalise me too much for that. Yeah, to be honest, that went better than I expected. I think, I'll tell you one thing that was going through my head. I got very confused that, how high up the cockpit is. to the ground. We actually hit the ground a lot earlier than I expected, which was good because we were about to. We really needed as much runway as we could get, but yeah, I was a bit distracted and was not listening to the call-outs properly, so. You could ask Rachel how terrible I am at listening when I'm concentrating on something else. I think I probably am going to take a reputation hit just because of that crash at the end, but I don't mind. I think that went not too bad. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's yeah. I will get something for it. It wasn't a mission failed. It was a reset. So if I was smart, I would have like stopped it there and then skipped to parking or something. It probably would have been fine. But I did also have a million warnings pop up of like taxi speeding and not holding short, so I probably will be punished a little bit more than I probably should have been. What is this horrible narrow... I'm driving an Airbus to general aviation parking. Driving, you know what I mean. Is it called driving when you're on the ground? Oh, I've still got flaps down. Let's fix that. Okay, I have no idea how I'm going to stop in this tiny box, but we'll give it a try. It wants me to park sideways, I think, but I'm not going to do that. I think I have to get the wheel in, so it's a little bit confusing on where I actually have to stop. Why is the engine spooling up? What am I doing? I think I've gone into reverse. The nose sticks out and is high, yeah, exactly. Actually, where's my... Maybe it's the middle of the plane? Ah, there we go.
That landing, that was tight, Captain. But you finished the mission, and everyone is safe. Good.
Good enough for me. Oh, there we go. What's she mean tight? Yeah, I don't know. I got a C. I'll take it. C is not bad if you crash into a tree. Oh, look at all that money though. Nice. Oh, my reputation's gone down to a C though. That's harsh. That's a huge drop. What are you talking about? Okay, well, the good news is we have some new companies we can start up. Should we do a little aerial advertising company? Joey Banners. There we go. I've got 274,000. What plane can we get for that? Cub Crafters X Cub, that's fine. I'm probably not going to do any of these missions. Don't deliver it there. Let's deliver it to where this other one was. Okay, there we go. That's my 5th plane. We're expanding. Okay. Cool. We're going to leave it there for today, chat. I am very hungry. I need to get going. I was planning to stop at 2 o'clock. It's 3:15. Thank you very much, everybody. Much love. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I probably won't qualify to do another one of these missions now for a long time. So we'll be back to cargo next time. I'm going to be doing Flight Sim next Friday. So Friday for Flight Sim next week. It'll be a morning stream. I don't have many people. No, that can't be right. That's out of date. Who's live? Oh no, maybe it's right. Okay. Let's rate Darius. Alright, gang. Thanks so much for hanging out. Much love. I will see you all next time. Have a great rest of your weekend. Catch you later. Bye, 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 bye.